Coming up in the stack, we learn how to make the best pancakes. We look at a throwback from Martin Luther King Jr., and we get to see beyond our atmosphere. All that and more coming to you on Short Stack. Hello everyone, I'm your host Jonah Bowen, and welcome to this edition of Short Stack. Short Stack is our inside review into the thoughts and passions of our contributors. Have you ever wanted to make pancakes, but there's no mix left? It's tragic. Here's a great video of how to make pancakes from scratch.
It's pancake time. Our first ingredient is going to be 1 cup of flour. Next, we're going to grab some stone ground mustard and squeeze a nice amount into the flour. Now we're going to add 1 cup of water. After the water is added, mix the first 3 ingredients together. To sweeten up the pancakes, we're going to add 1 cup of sugar. Now start to fold the ingredients together. Be sure to fold and don't mix. Next, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of toasted sesame oil right into the mix. I just so happen to already have a sliced lime in the fridge, but if you don't, slice half a lime and squeeze out as much of the juice as possible. Then stir in the lime juice and let it sit. Once you let it sit, it should turn the mix into a more doughy consistency. Now add some Parmesan cheese. Add as much as you feel is necessary and just mix it right in. Now to give the mix more of a creamy consistency and a sweet taste, add some whipped cream and mix it all together. Look at that beautiful consistency. Add a singular teaspoon of baking soda and mix it in. Don't worry, it won't clash with the lime. Now for our last ingredient, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of Miracle Whip. Now lube up that pan and get cooking. Add whatever extra condiments you desire. And Bowen apple tea.
I ate the pancake. I promise I did. It tasted like mustard. It was actually not terrible. I feel like if I hated mustard a little less, I would have liked this pancake.
Do you think you would do this again?
Would I do it again? Well, I mean, how much am I getting paid for it?
Paid? Are you serious?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna eat it for free. What do you think I am, some ogre? Do you think I'm a monster?
All right, fine. $20. You'll get $20.
Okay. Well, $20 is a lot. There's a lot of things I would do for $20. I would eat this cat for $20. Actually, $30. $30 and I would eat this cat. Actually, you know what? I like this cat. $50 and that's final. I would eat this cat for $50. On a completely unrelated topic, please donate $50 to www.thisisnotarealwebsite.com. It gives $50, just $50 out of your bank account to give stray cats a new home. Just like this one.
Are you going to eat the stray cats?
Well, that's for me to know and you to find out. Please donate.
If anything could describe that video, it would be wild. That was entirely wild from start to finish. Anyways, have you ever wondered how it felt to be one of the largest boats of all time? We take a look at a voyage from the past.
$1,500 people went into the sea when Titanic sank from under us. There were 20 boats floating nearby, and only one came back. One. 6 were saved from the water, myself included. 6 out of 1,500. Afterward, the 700 people in the boats had nothing to do but wait. Wait to die. Wait to live. Wait for an absolution that would never come.
The sinking of the Titanic was a very tragic moment in history. Hopefully this gave you some information on the awful sinking of a historical boat. After the break, we take another look into the history with Martin Luther King. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
If you're thinking about whether or not you're sober enough to drive, you aren't! Otherwise, why would you be thinking about it, huh? Probably okay isn't okay when it comes to drinking and driving.
Bye-bye.
Hi! Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him. Hi, I'm a warning sign. I let people know when they're... Oh, gotta go.
I'll be right back.
Hi!
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back to Short Stack. This is Jonah Bowen. Now, what would it have been like to attend Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech back in the 1960s? Well, through the use of the Ken Burns effect, one student has brought this event to life.
In what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today, signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring in Winnebago. When we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, thank God Almighty.
The civil rights movement truly goes to show that hard work and perseverance does not go to waste. Though he met his tragic end on April 4th, 1968, Martin Luther King's devotion to his beliefs shall not be forgotten. Now, nature truly is a beautiful thing. The weather, the different biomes, and even the things under the water are all unique and amazing. Let's look at the incredible sight of nature. Would be speechless, but the teleprompter keeps that from happening. Thanks, crew. Now, while we cut to commercial break, get ready for all the mysteries of outer space. We'll be right back.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included and I knew that I was going to be okay.
Hello everyone, greetings and salutations, and welcome to Student Insight, where we get a look into the talents and skills of the students at Warwick Valley High School. I'm your host, Jeffrey David Hall, Jr. Today on Student Insight, we decided to feature a really great artist at our school, Deanna Ibbetson. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I've had a very tough day with school, so.
Yeah, it can be that way. At least we got a 2-hour delay.
Yeah, that was nice.
It's always nice to wake up to that. So you're in arts. What art classes are you in?
Right now I'm in a portfolio, and I also, next semester, I'm going to be taking a graphic design class.
Very interesting. What originally got you into arts?
Well, I would have to say I used to watch Disney cartoons and stuff like that, and I would just draw the cartoons, and I would just keep on from that.
What cartoon was your favorite back then?
Probably Ariel.
No. And so would you say Disney was really the jump start that got you into art and drawing?
Definitely.
Is animation something you were looking into?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if I'm good at it yet, so I'll have to see.
Practice, it's fine. And so have you been enjoying art ever since elementary school?
Yes, I've always taken an art class.
Yeah, art has always been one of the more fun, laid back subjects.
It's fun for me, yeah, definitely.
How long have you been practicing drawing?
Well, one of the years I took a art class, and it was every Saturday, which was fun because I never really took an art class before, and it was outside of school, so it was different. It gave me more experience.
So are you more of drawing and figuring, stuff like that, animation, or are you into all kinds of arts like the clay and stuff like that?
Well, right now I'm focusing on more figure drawings because that's what more art colleges like seeing. So I try to work on that, but I like working on all arts.
All arts? What was your favorite art project you've done? Let's start. Elementary school, do you remember that far back?
Yeah.
What was one of your favorite projects from there?
I had to draw a portrait, but it was only half of my face, that was my favorite. And I got into an art contest. I didn't go too far, but it was fun. That was my favorite.
Then, if I remember correctly, starting in middle school, they try to introduce you to still life. And what I see, is this kind of what you, the picture that I'm being shown right now, is this kind of the still life? It's really nice. I can really see all the different gradients, and it looks like an actual photograph.
Thank you. We didn't really have to do anything that, hard, I guess, because we just stuck to maybe just crumpled up balls of paper or stuff like that, or yarn.
What would you think is the hardest thing to draw?
I'm really trying to draw people, so I'm practicing at that, and I'm trying to do more hands. So I'm painting right now, acrylic paint a hand for my idiom thing.
So you're kind of pretty good at the still life kind of things. So you're working better on more humanoid figures.
Yeah.
Interesting. What inspires your art?
I like to look at these old books that I have in my house. They're old modern art books, and I like looking at the old pictures that they used to do.
What would you say is your favorite artist, modern or old?
It's probably a classic, but Vincent van Gogh.
Oh,
I love his art.
Starry Night.
Yes.
Classic. And let's see, Vincent van Gogh. Starry Night, is that one of your favorite paintings by him? Yeah. And I've heard this through the grapevine, you're a triplet apparently?
Yes, I am.
And are any of your other sisters into art or like that?
Yes, my other sister, she does portfolio class with me.
You're the most artistic though, right?
Yeah. I think we share a good amount of it.
It's fun. Do you guys work together with art? At home, do you do art classes together outside of school or anything like that?
I mean, I help her out sometimes with her art. We did an acrylic pour, so we would just pour paint on a canvas together. That was fun.
And look at this other picture you have. What made you choose in exactly what is this? Are those two apples?
Yeah, I had to cut apart 2 apples and sew them together for like 1 period. And I mean, it was hard, but I did it and I like it. It was different than all the others.
Is there any like coordination between the colors chosen here? Like, do red and green go together?
Well, I thought it would just be cool to have like a different scheme of that.
Off-topic question, what's your favorite kind of apple?
Macadamia, oh wait, not. Macintosh.
Classic. Now back onto the topic of your sisters. You also do crew with your sisters?
Yes, I do. We all do crew.
What is that like?
It's definitely mentally draining, but like you just got to keep pushing because like we're all in a team, so it's not just you. Like if you like practice, it's doing it just for like your team. Like we all can't. I mean, if it's ARC season, then it's for you. But like if it's race season, it's like the whole team. So there's like 4 boats, 8 boats. There's always a person in the boat with you.
Would you say you enjoy crew more of an art, or is art more your passion?
I mean, I think, okay, art and crew, it gives you both like the mindset about just like thinking about life and stuff. So I like art because it's a little bit easier than crew. But like crew, you gotta like really focus on what you're doing.
Same sense with art. So yeah, it can both be mentally draining. So are there any talents that, other than crew and art, that you and your sister share together?
Well, we play this for our church. We play handbells, so we do that every Sunday.
Wait, what do you play?
Handbells, so like just playing handbells.
I'm very confused. Can you explain
So
what
there's,
that is?
okay, so you know like the notes on a piano?
Oh, yes.
Each bell is like 1 note. So everyone, there's like a whole group of people and you all like play just like 1 song.
That's very interesting. Do you have like a favorite song, or is there like?
Well, it's Christmas time, so there's a lot of like, we're playing Drummer Boy, which is my favorite.
What church do you play at?
We play at the Warwick Reformed Church.
And is that like the one by Stanley Deming, or?
That's the one right next to the hospital.
Oh yes, I know which one you're talking about now. How long have you been doing that?
Since we were 10.
Oh, that's a very long time.
Yeah.
And would you say like music and art, like do you think they go hand in hand? Do you enjoy music as much, like the little bit of music?
Yeah, definitely. It's like, I used to play the violin, but like I wasn't the best at it.
Yeah,
so.
string instruments are kind of ugh.
Yeah, so I'm glad I do some type of music, and like I'm sort of keeping it in my life.
Yeah, but you seem caught up with art, and art's awesome too.
Yeah.
Art and music, they're pretty heckin' rad, I can't lie.
Yeah, they go together in the life.
So, are there any like upcoming pieces of art that you like personally want to do on your own free time?
Well, I want to try to work on some landscapes because I've never done that before, so I'm thinking about doing that.
Landscapes. And do you think like, if you mentioned earlier in our interview that like you are interested in animation,
yes,
but you don't know yet if you're good at it.
Yeah.
Do you know what kind, like how would you pursue practicing that? Like would you need a certain software or something?
I would like, the basics is probably just like sketching people and just practicing that over and over again, but like I probably would have to like try to like do it on a computer, which I've never really done before, so that would be new.
I'm sure that wouldn't be too hard though. You could figure it out. Yeah, have some more faith. I've seen your art here. It looks fantastic. I have no doubt in my mind you're going to be great at this. I mean, you're already great at it. Let's say you'll go beyond plus ultra.
Let's hope.
Well, I believe that's all the time we have for you today. Thank you, Deanna, for being our guest. And if you have a skill or talent you'd like to share, stop by room 136 for Student Insight. I'm Jeffrey Hall. Keep creating.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
Because you said rude things about my work, I started to question my own voice.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of your negative comments online, I've almost quit doing the one thing that makes me happiest in life.
Because you shared something about me that was private, I felt embarrassed.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included and I knew that I was going to be okay.
Because of you sharing your story with me, I feel comfortable sharing my own. Because you were there when I was coming out, you helped me regain my confidence.
I'm still here today because of you.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps. Did Pete saying mean things bother ya?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
You're still talking to your friend? It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji!
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
Welcome back to Short Stack. I'm your host, Jonah Bowen. Have you ever seen detailed footage of our Earth? Well, now you're going to. Let's take a look. Sometimes I wonder what else could be out there that's gone undiscovered. Planets we could move to if ours goes bad, or other life, you never really know. Well, that's all the time we have for today. If you like today's edition of Short Stack, be sure to check us out on the WV Television YouTube channel, with other videos just like this one and even more. For Short Stack, I'm your host, Jonah Bowen. We'll see you next time.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
You're still talking to your friends. It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.